MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. All right, let's get there. Pilot, 64, weak, snap.
Throwing on first down, Conrad. He completes it to Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt.
On the ready.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Conrad. Catch is made, it's Harmon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back to throw. Conrad got an open man. It's Harmon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kelvin Harmon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. 54. He don't know no better.
Jones on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Going deep here for Stills. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Blue draw, Corker. 30 base. Let's go, baby. Return it. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Check, 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 check. Ready, ready.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this one's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Conrad. Throw left side complete. That's Harmon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
61, match box.
Operating from the gun, Conrad. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Shotgun now for Brady. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 11. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 57 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. It's Davis on the counter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. This quarterback now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Kamara. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Travel. Quickstone, travel.
2nd and 6. And a completion to Wilson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 3rd and 2, Conrad. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
An 8-yard pickup.
Ready up.
And the Patriot first down.
80 weapon. Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Conrad. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harmon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Back to throw. Conrad to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Alert!
From the gun, it's Brady. And this is incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. He's at the 40, 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Brady. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now Brady. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harmon. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Switzer on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run forward with Davis. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Another try for Davis. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Conrad. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw. Conrad. He's got a man. Complete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Alabama, 380. Get your swarm on. Jackson, reload.
A first down carry for Davis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
54. Here we go.
Brady down the throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Conrad. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13, but it's 3rd down.
Ready, set. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
From the gun on 3rd down. Conrad. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Wait, 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
To throw is Brady. And he will find his man on the outside. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Davis. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch twist.
Here's Brady. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Martin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Brady. That's into the hands of Reynolds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, Davis fighting. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to let this one. It's caught inside the 25. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Conrad. Caught by Wilson. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Looking to throw. Conrad. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal.
Check 43.
Here's second and 8. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Brady to throw. It's complete. Doug Martin. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Hey, goal 66.
This is Davis. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
3 bucks.
Sugar!
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
At the 36-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Davis. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Get in the weight room.
On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Alvin Kamara, 76 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Mike. 55, Mike. Switch.
Check it.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Switch. 61.
On first down, Brady. This one caught by Davis. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Brady's throw there complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Jets on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Davis now. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
You got nothing. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On first down, it's Davis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, goal 66.
To throw is Brady. This is caught by Williams. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 3.
55 to mine. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Take 4.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Back to throw, Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call, maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it's a late-game situation. I think that probably played into it. The officials, they won't let the players determine it down the stretch.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Lutz's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, New England.
Okay, ready?
59, Mike. Check, 59. You can't block me. You can't block me. Bang, 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 bang.
6'6", pull it high.
Mike, 59. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Holt.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to LA to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.